I mean,
yes, 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 and yes to all of that. And, also, look, I mean, again, I mean, I'm not saying let's have a sympathy party for Erika Jayne because, I mean, but I said it before. I understand. I've said it with Kim on Patreon. I understand her point of view. If you truly didn't know, it's like, I'm not giving you anything back. Now, you could
right.
have sympathy. You could be, I mean, legally, I don't think you can do a lot when you're trying to prove innocence. But I mean, I think maybe what it's all, you could at least, there's fundraisers. Like, it's just, I still think the delivery is not right, but I do understand it. And I also understand, I think, look, you're having lots of sex, you're drinking too much, there's pills, like you are numbing the pain of a life changed, of a loss of a love, which is ripped out from under you. And I do believe that when,
Totally.
she adhered to him so much that when he said, we have 48 hours left together or whatever, I mean, it's a life. I mean, again, there's no, I'm not, I just, I understand the pain. And so that's all I'm saying is like, love her, hate her. She ain't being fired from Real Housewives of Beverly
Oh
Hills.
God,
I'm
no.
zero. I'm going to put a zero next to that percent chance. And yeah, I mean, it is sick in that there's no way you could say Tom did this just all for her. Right. It was a God
No,
complex.
yeah. Oh my God. To
And
the
mind you,
extent of lying to these people. I mean, burn victims, plane victims,
it's sick. It's
car accident
really
victims.
sick.
It
For
is
what?
so sick, sick.
You don't need, I mean, listen, and let's not forget Brandy Glanville. Let's not forget Kim Richards. You don't need the planes for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You need a lot, but you don't need the $250 million Diana has. You could easily get on this show. They could have easily, the fact that it was Tom Girardi from, Erin Brockovich, she was a famous lawyer. She would have gotten on. She's perfect. So you didn't need all this. So give me a break.
I no, exactly. That's why I think he's so sick. And I don't know. They allege he has Alzheimer's now, but I doubt it. I think he's probably a terrific, terrific actor. But I don't know. I mean, to be admitted to, I think he lives here in a home in, Los Angeles that is for dementia, memory loss patients. So I don't know. Maybe he's a really good actor. Nothing would shock me with somebody who lies like that because they're not even on the same planet conscious wise that we are. They don't have a conscience like we do. So I wouldn't put anything past him. I think it's always interesting how people are portrayed on the show because he's portrayed like this just charming, wonderful, elite LA lawyer. He's fabulous, all these things. And it's like, it couldn't be further from the fucking truth.
And I mean, to your point, I need to know all the details, and I'm just speaking in general. I find it interesting that this article, which you just mentioned, talks about like Trisha Bigelow hands everything over and turns it all over. I mean, that is the difference. Like, how is she, this judge that you just mentioned, it said that she turned everything over, everything that he gave her. I mean, I assume she didn't have to. I mean, the same way Erika doesn't have to. So there you go, people. There's the difference, whether
I mean,
you knew or didn't know. I understand it. I understand if this was my life forever, and I would kind of be like, what does this have to do with me? This was the life. This was the job I had. This was my job. But I mean, there you go. If Trisha truly turned this over, I mean, I doubt she was ordered to. There lies the difference. This is why the world hates Erika, Ms. Pretty Mess Jayne. There you go. I rest my case.
okay.
What else did I want to say? And the only other thing, again, this is not a sympathy for Erika thing, but just imagine your life now. Like, how do you trust? How do you trust any humans, men? It just go out and have a bunch of sex, girl, and have fun. Because how are you ever going to date again? Like, if you're not in therapy, I mean, imagine like the person that's your protector and savior now, like, has done this. I mean, again, it's not. This is my
I
Erika
think
pity.
she
What a
will.
life, man. No wonder
Well,
why she's so hard and calculated. You kind of got to put on the suit of armor to get through this. Like now.
oh my God, 100%. I see. I think she will love again for the right amount of money. I mean, I think,
Well,
like
yeah.
I loved the rumors when, Erika was allegedly seeing Scooter Braun, who's of course now getting divorced, and Scooter Braun has 2 or 3 kids. And of course we know very famous Scooter Braun manages Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber. But I'm like, oh, that's the type of guy. I mean, Scooter's like younger, but I'm like, that's the type of man. Like, and I don't know. I see Erika going on. see her landing on top. Well, I think it can go one of two ways. I think in a year we could be hiring her to co-host with us and paying her, $1,000 a week because
Done,
the money's so
done,
bad.
done.
I see that, or I see her landing a Scooter Braun and like she comes out even more on top. It kind of goes one or two ways with these women,
I mean, here's the thing. When you have rich friends and you're insulated, I mean, I'm here in the Hamptons for the summer. It's Beverly Hills is the same thing. It's an insulated, you're going to meet someone through Diana. Dorit seems to want to fix up Garcelle 24/7. I imagine someone is going to have some money for her. Switching gears to another Housewives franchise show, I need to issue an apology.
What?
You love when
rarity.
You love when I apologize, although it's becoming a regular thing, apparently. Not apologizing to Mel and Ball, even though I did apologize to Jill Zarin. I need to apologize to Sheree Whitfield, Candy Burris, Drew Sidora, Sanya Richards-Ross, Kenya Moore, Marlo Hampton. I need to apologize to the girls of Atlanta. I honestly need to apologize. Because
as I drag my fake cigarette, yes, go on.
I see you with the fake cigarette. I just, we sat here, we were talking about shows. I say I don't watch shows unless someone's coming on. That's when I catch up. I just had we have someone coming up from Atlanta, guys. So I really sat here and, was talking about how it's an off season. I still do think it's an off season for Atlanta. The ratings have gone back up, but it got better like I'm almost caught up. I mean, the last maybe in real time 5 episodes, Kenya is like hilarious. It's gotten lighthearted and funny. I still do understand the debate of is Marlo carrying the season or is she just throwing everything under the kitchen sink? But I ended up being like, listen, because this is All Stars, because it's Atlanta, because it was once the highest rated, I mean, that's not really right to expect more from it. And when all is said and done, I do think they need to change up the cast. But I do think that this was a great season, and I give the MVP. I always give the MVP to Kenya because I'm biased. I love Kenya, but Sheree is a close second. It ended with that She by Sheree, honey. We waited 14 years for that fucking fashion show. Did you see the people there? People went fucking crazy.
I mean, it is legendary, right? I mean, I can't think of anything bigger except for if Sonia Morgan was to actually release the toaster. I mean, it was such a moment. We have waited years. I mean, we've been hearing so much about She by Sheree forever and ever. And I mean, of course, she's getting trolled mercilessly on, social media for one of the jumps or the tracksuits or workout outfits that she has on. Okay, that's interesting for you to say. All right. I mean, I kind of jumped on the bandwagon with you. I haven't watched. I've been here or there with this season.